Start it up with the Startup Nation.
Thank you. Okay, so I have one last news item that I want to share with our viewers of the Braintrust today, and that is a major milestone. Apple announced this past week that they had their 10 billionth download from their iTunes app. It's really an extraordinary thing. Just imagine that 5 years ago. It was a whole different world at that time, and obviously there's been an explosion in apps. By the way, do you guys want to venture a guess as to what the most popular song download was of those 10 billion downloads? Riva, you want?
It's got to be a Michael Jackson song.
Michael Jackson.
I was thinking something by the Beatles. I have no idea.
Or Gaga. Could be Lady Gaga.
Okay.
Yeah.
Scott McDonald, you have any ideas?
The Bed Intruder?
All right, I'm going to roll it right now. I hope the microphone can pick it up here. Can you hear that?
No.
No.
That's a shame.
I thought we all just went in like,
It's the Black Eyed Peas, I Got a Feeling.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah. So
Gen Y, listen here, Gen Y, okay? It's time we choose a different playlist, okay? I'm so done with the Black Eyed Peas crap, all right?
All right. So, hey, Riva, I want to ask you a serious question about apps. In the ebook that you created with Startup Nation, the 26 Hot Business Ideas for 2011, you talk about the idea of creating an app and generating money from an app. Is that available to anyone? Can anyone do that or have that done?
Well, I think if you have a business and you want to make an app from your business, that's a great idea. It does not mean that you should personally sit down and create that app yourself. Chances are you're not qualified. You don't know how to do it. You need programming skills. So go out there and find someone to make that app for you. You can go on Google or Bing and find a ton of people, or you can go to someplace like elance.com where people just say, I'm looking for someone who can build an app for me, and you'll get bids back from people who say, I can do it. And it's easy to check their references that way. I think one of the things that I found last year, I think when we did the first edition of the Hot Business book, was a guy who made, to date, at that point, over $300,000, but this was his business from developing the iFart app. So apps don't need to be really highbrow either. I know, it's very embarrassing. And you know what, Scott, he wasn't a Gen Y-er either, which makes it sort of bad on our generation. But you know what, so you have to look at, the app store is very crowded now, and it's not just for the iPads and the iPods, but you have to look at Android and Kindle and BlackBerry is now. There was a commercial during the NFL game yesterday about BlackBerry apps. So yes, if you have a business, you should look into creating an app for your business. But unless you are skilled in that area, do not try to do it yourself.
Hey, Scott McDonald, our marketing maniac, are you an advocate of creating apps for businesses? You like that?
I actually am. I was, over the last 5 years, I've kind of gone back and forth on this, and now I'm firmly in the camp of, if you've got the money and the resources and the time, it can be a phenomenal thing to do. If it's relevant to your brand or company or service offering in some small way, providing good content out there for people to be to kind of follow you, pay attention to you, and get something valuable from you, I think it's a good thing.
Okay, cool. Now watch what I do with my head right now. I'm gonna actually look at you guys, and especially you over there, Scott Gerber. I want you to share your perspective on the app. Did that work?
Wow.
Here's the story.
That was very cool. The young kids watching this broadcast are totally going to be with you on this one.
Okay,
totally going to be with you.
Good.
My thing with the apps are like any other business practice, frankly, if it's not going to generate you immediate revenue, if it's not something that can really make a splash, and it's something supplemental, bells and whistles, it's a case-by-case decision. I frankly don't think every business should be in the mobile world yet. I think some businesses absolutely should be in the mobile world that aren't. I think that there's a lot of services on the internet you can find, if it's a service-related or service support mobile application, that you can create a mobile application for a couple of dollars a month month using certain services like Mofuse. But at the same time, if you're really going to develop an app, I 100% agree. With Reba, do not try to attempt this at home. This will get you into a money drain, money pit that you're never going to be able to get out of. And if you do go the route of trying to create the next amazing application that's going to be a life-changing, world-changing thing like iFart, I would say that the most important thing you can do is, but ironically, the reason I do agree with apps like iFart is because it's so different and ridiculous that you have to tell somebody. So if it doesn't spread word of mouth, or if it's not controversial, then don't enter the space. It's just not worth it. It's way too crowded. Make it a support supplement. Try not to go into the gaming world. You're going to get crushed.
You know what we'll do actually on a future Small Business Brain Trust episode is we'll bring on an app developer expert who talks about what seems to be working, what doesn't work, and I think that would be really helpful. And thank you so much for walking through the week in review with me, fellow Brain Trust.
You're welcome. That was fun.
iFart.
Therefore, I am.
Therefore, iFart.
I'm so sorry I brought that up now.
Okay. So
No,
now,
it's great. I think that's going to be a continuation of the whole season. Like, oh, Reba, iFart experts.
okay.
I'm going to add that to her title.
I just feel